Hello, YouTube land, and welcome back to the Chaos Asylum. I am your host, Alex Payne, and today is another WWE Monday Night Raw reaction. Now, tonight, what's going to happen is there's going to be a shakeup in the WWE, which people from Raw and SmackDown are going to get switched between the two general managers, which is Kurt Angle for Monday Night Raw and Daniel Bryan for SmackDown. So, we don't know who's going to go where. We could legit get Shinsuke Nakamura on Raw, AJ Styles on Raw. We could get freaking, like, you know, we could get, like, anybody. It's crazy. Like, people from Monday Night Raw going to SmackDown. SmackDown people from... It's just a crazy draft going back and forth. Back and forth. Like, ugh. Heck, you could have Brock Lesnar go over to Monday Night Raw. How crazy is that? You could have, like, maybe an announcer or somebody. It's crazy. Let's find out what happens tonight. So we kick off Monday Night Raw. And legit, we have 3 people show up on Monday Night Raw from SmackDown. It's Maurice and The Miz, but they come out dressed up like John Cena and you know, Nikki Bella. So, they're down there making fun of them, saying they came back and wanted to reshape their career because they sucked in Hollywood, and just making fun of it. And then Dean Ambrose comes out, and he's being funny as his normal self, saying, "Hey, I'm so glad you guys are together. You know, congratulations on the wedding," and, you know, beating Maurice and Maurice and The Miz at WrestleMania, and like gave him hugs and shit like that. And just, it was being a goofball. And then Miz is like, "That's not really Nikki Bella, that's Maurice, and I'm not really John Cena, I'm The Miz." And he's like, "Oh. Well, in that case," kicks him in the gut, dirty deeds. And then there's an interview with Michael Cole to Roman Reigns talking about, like, The Undertaker, like, maybe it's his last match at WrestleMania. And then pretty much the matchup next that's going to happen on Monday Night Raw is The New Day taking on The Revival. So Dash and Dawson were taking on The New Day. Kofi Kingston is out with an injury because of last week and him getting his ankle broken. He'll be back in a couple weeks. There we go. So the match starts off and, like, Xavier Woods is pissed. He goes after Dawson and beats the living shit out of him. And they do this for a little while. Tags in and out. Commercial break. We come back and Dawson is dominating over Xavier, of course. So then they start dominating over him. Finally, Xavier gets a tag in. And then, of course, you know, Big E, since he's a big guy, is dominating, destroying everybody. They're going for their midnight hour. Nope. Dawson and his partner does, like, this super, like, legit massive tag team finishing move on Xavier Woods from the top rope. Boom, 1, 2, 3. Dawson, you know, the Revival wins second week in a row. And we'll find out tonight the fate of Seth Rollins. So, excuse me. So Kurt Hawkins from SmackDown has been drafted, you might as well say, to Monday Night Raw. And he's all like, "Okay, face the facts. I'm back on Monday Night Raw, baby. Where's the welcoming committee? Let's have a party." Big Show comes out. He's like, "Oh, shit." And then pretty much he's like, "Big Show, what's up, buddy?" And he gets knocked out and Big Show walks away. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Yay. So I'm assuming that the same thing will happen on SmackDown tomorrow. You know, we'll see, like, people from Raw who got, you know, took an order to SmackDown. So yeah, let's see what happens. So TJ Perkins is taking on Austin Aries. Now, before this match happened, and whatnot, Neville was talking to TJ Perkins in the back saying, "Oh, well, I respect you, but ever since, you know, this gimmick of yours hasn't gone nowhere, ever since 205 Live, you've been irrelevant. No one cares about you anymore. People like Austin Aries takes your spot." And then Austin Aries came out of nowhere. He's like, "What? You say my name? Excuse me." He's like, "Excuse me. Did you say my name?" He's like, "You're not believing this guy, are you?" So the match happens. Austin Aries is, you know, getting his butt kicked a little bit, and he's doing this whole, then, you know, TJ Perkins does this little play with his hair, and then the dab thing. And then, Austin Aries does a couple moves, gets on the top turnbuckle, relaxes, does the whole hair thing, and he dabs both sides. Some drop kicks, enziguri, over the top ropes, and then pretty much what happened was TJ Perkins got thrown on the outside. Suicide dive from Austin Aries. Here comes Neville down the rampway because he was at the commentator table. Then Austin Aries is on 8, and he's like, oh shit, he's slid in the ring. He's like, okay. Turn around, roll up, 1, 2, 3. TJ Perkins got him, and then roll it out of the ring. TJ Perkins slides back in the ring, beats the shit out of Austin Aries, hits his one move, and then heel turn confirmed. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. And then next up, I believe, is the fate of Seth Rollins. What's he gonna do next? So Seth Rollins comes out, and he's talking about how he was so excited and how he was wanting to say thank you to all of us for giving him a second chance, because he's not going to give up on us again. He's not going to portray us again. You know, all this other stuff. He was so excited that he won at WrestleMania. He did it for not just himself, but for us. And he went on to say, well, you know, I have goals. I want to face, you know, Samoa Joe. I want to get the Universal title, but, you know, I probably won't get that opportunity because of this. And he showed the clip of WrestleMania when Stephanie was holding Seth Rollins, and Seth ducked out of the way. Triple H stopped, turned around, got super kicked, bumped into, like, stumbled, bumped into Stephanie. Stephanie went through the table. So he's like, you know, maybe I should just pack my bags and go to SmackDown Live. He's like, but I'm not doing that. He's like, I did that once, and I'm not doing it again. He's like, but, he's like, if, you know, I'm going to get drafted to SmackDown Live, you might as well bring a whole army out here to drag me out of here, because I'm not going without a fight. Kurt Angle's music hits. He comes out, he says, hey. He's like, if this is 2 weeks ago, yeah, you would have been gone. He's like, but, I thought it was impressive when I won this is what Kurt Angle said. I thought it was impressive when I won a gold medal, an Olympic gold medal with a broken freaking neck. But you won a match, a one-legged and an ass-kicking contest, and you won. He's like, so you're not going anywhere. I would love to have you on Monday Night Raw. So Seth Rollins is staying on Monday Night Raw. So now think about this. If we keep Roman Reigns on Raw, the Shield is on Monday Night Raw. That's cool. So then Samoa Joe comes from behind, starts beating up on Seth Rollins, and then Seth comes back to Samoa Joe, and then he pretty much super kicks him. And then Samoa Joe falls out of the ring. Kurt Angle was breaking him up. He's like, okay, stop. Then it stops. Then we go to the back where Kevin Owens is, the United States Champion. And he gets asked, well, how do you feel about the Superstar shakeup? He's like, feel about it? He's like, I'm the premier, champion here. I don't care about Seth Rollins. Not Seth Rollins, but, Dean Ambrose, the Intercontinental Champion. He could stay where he needs to be. He's like, if I have to, I'll put him in his place like I did Chris Jericho. But why don't you ask Chris Jericho how he feels about the shakeup? Oh, that's right. You can't, because he's home recuperating because I put him through a table last week. Just remember, this is the Kevin Owens show. And then the next matchup is a women's division match, and it is Charlotte taking on Nia Jax. So the match between Charlotte and Nia Jax happened. And of course, Nia Jax was dominating for the longest time. Then Charlotte came back with a couple moves. She dropped the toe holder, kicked her in the leg, did her natural selection, 1-2 kick out. Threw her into the turnbuckle a couple times. Tried to get a couple moves on her. Nia came back with the House of Fire. Threw her into the bottom rope. Bam. Hit her, what's it called? Samoan drop. 1, 2, 3. Defeated Charlotte. Up next, Finn Balor is going to be in action against somebody. That Balor boy. So, what's going on is the matchup was against Finn Balor and Jinder Mahal. So, Finn comes down to the soul. Da-da, dun, 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 da-da. Oh, I love his entrance. So, what happens is, he gets in the match, he's starting to kick, Jinder's butt. Then Jinder comes out of nowhere, bam, forearm, like legit, bam, now knocks fucking him on his ass. And then Jinder takes control for a bit. Wasn't really that long of a match, and then Finn comes back, does his running drop kick into the corner, gets to the top of the top rope, does the coup de grace, 1, 2, 3, Finn Balor wins the match, and then, shada-da! Bray Wyatt appears. He's like, "Hello, Finn." "Hello, Raw." He's like, "In 3 weeks' time, I'm going to play a game with Randy Orton and torture him in my House of Horrors match." He's like, "But I am going to be watching. I'm always watching. Monday Night Raw. I'm here." So we found out 3 more people that's coming to Monday Night Raw. It's going to be Kalisto, Rhino, and Heath Slater. So the match between The Miz and Sami Zayn is taking place right now. And it went directly to commercial break. So, the match between The Miz and... what's it called? The Miz and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn was dominating for a couple minutes. Did a couple of smooth clotheslines, drop kicks. Went for his Blue Liger bomb. 1-2, kick out. Miz coming back, sort of beating him up a little bit. Got a distraction off Maurice. Tried for the skull crushing finale. Reverse into a roll up. 1, 2, 3. And who wins? The one and only Dab. I don't know, I'm just being a little goofy today. Mr. Sami Zayn himself. Next up is the Roman Reigns interview. And I tell you, let's see what happens. It's been pretty okay so far. So Seth Rollins is in the back with Michael Cole, and they're talking. And they're talking about WrestleMania, how he feels about, beating Undertaker at WrestleMania. He said, "Oh, it's cool, it's great, that I did that, but he's like, I respect the man, but I had to do what I had to do because I'm the big dog of the house." Not house, but the yard. And Braun Strowman comes out of nowhere, beats the living hell out of him, throws him into, a ladder against a wall, throws him into, the big metal doors a couple times, throws him on a couple other things, does his finishing move onto a rolling crate, and then he's just laying against the wall, rolls the rolling crate into his face, he gets put on a stretcher, and then Braun Strowman comes out of nowhere, and then he just legit dumps him off the, what's it called? He, just throws Roman with the stretcher off this, balcony thingy, whatever it's called. Then, again, they load him into the ambulance, and then Braun Strowman comes over and knocks the ambulance on its side. And there's sides of Undertaker again, because the camera, when he was thrown off, it was like, and stuff like that. So, yeah, weird, huh? So, there's a 8-man tag match going on. It's the Raw Tag Champions, the Hardys, a.k.a. Broken Matt and Brother Nero. Delete! They're teaming up with Sheamus and Cesaro, taking on Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson and the Shining Stars, Epico and Primo. So this match starts off, and of course, Sheamus and Cesaro's in the ring kicking ass, doing their badass moves. And they, who was it? Sheamus got in, did a couple of his moves, tagged in Cesaro, and then Cesaro went to the top rope, did a crossbody 1-2 kick out, and then went ahead and went to commercial break. So the Hardy Boys and them got in the match. Okay, let's just say that Luke Gallows was in the match, and he had Cesaro down on the mat. They came in, they beat up on Cesaro a little bit, did a tag team move, and then, I hate when I say that, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows did a tag team move to Cesaro. Sheamus came in to break it up, and then Sheamus got a backstabber. The Hardy Boys got tagged in, they cleaned house. Matt came in, cleaned house, went for a twist of fate. Luke Gallows came in, big booted him. Then Jeff Hardy came in and knocked everybody over the top rope. Then pretty much Matt got on his knees and he did a swanton bomb over the top rope, twist of fate to Primo. To Primo. Swanton bomb, 1, 2, 3. Sheamus, Cesaro, and the Hardy Boys win the match. We go backstage and we see Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke is reading a book, and Dana Brooke reading a book. Say that 3 times fast. And then, pretty much, Emma comes out of nowhere. She's like, hey, come on, let's go. She's like, what? She's like, you're my protege. You know, since Charlotte dropped you and whatnot, you can be my protege again. She's like, no, no, no. She's like, the women's division's changed since you've been gone and had a female crisis, whether you want to be Emelina or Emma or whatever. The women's division's got a lot better without you being here. So, I'm not following anybody. I'm standing on my own 2 feet. She walks away. Okay. So, Bayley and Sasha Banks are out there and they're talking, and Sasha Banks is like, you know what? She's like, well, they weren't out there together. First, the boss came out. Then she introduced Bayley to come out, and then Bayley came out. And Bayley's like, oh, that 12-year-old girl inside, you know, is freaking out because I had my WrestleMania moment. And then, you know, Sasha Banks is all like, yeah, but, let me think here. And then she's like, but I want a match against you for the WWE Women's Championship. Whose music hits? Alexa Bliss from SmackDown comes to Monday Night Raw. So now she's part of Monday Night Raw, and she comes out, she gets a big pop. She's like, I don't need your support, people. Chill out. She's like, I came out here to stop this, because this was getting a little pathetic. And then who else's music hits? Mickie James comes out. She's like, hey, sweetheart, and guess who else is on Monday Night Raw? So she comes down. Nia Jax attacks her from behind, destroys everybody, except for Alexa Bliss. She walks around Alexa Bliss and walks away. Main event, champion versus champion. Kevin Owens, your United States champion, taking on Dean Ambrose, your Intercontinental champion. So Dean Ambrose, of course, you know, just comes out of nowhere and having fun. And Kevin Owens, he's just, you know, whatever. So he's going at Dean, beating him up a little bit. Throws him to the outside, and then Dean takes control. Throws him into the barricade a couple times. Commercial break, and we're about to be coming back. Yeah! So we come back from commercial break, and Kevin Owens is beating the crap out of Dean Ambrose. And he's just punching him and clotheslining him, stomping on him, putting him in a headlock. All kinds of nifty stuff like that, right? So then, Jesus. You know, Dean comes back, he comes with some clotheslines, tries his lariat, you know, hits it. Tries for Dirty Deeds, reverses. Then Kevin Owens tries for his pop-up powerbomb, reverses that. And then Kevin tries for this one move, reverses Dirty Deeds, 1, 2, 3. Dean Ambrose, your Intercontinental Champion, wins. Chris Jericho comes out, and he attacks Kevin Owens, and that's how Monday Night Raw ends. So, there we go. That's the end of Monday Night Raw. What'd you guys think? Did you like it? Did you think it sucked? Leave it in the comments below. And I'd like to say hello to all my new subscribers out there, and welcome to the Chaos Asylum. So like I always say, share this video, leave a comment, hit the like button, and if you haven't already done it already, smash that subscribe button. Later.